Hey, hello everyone. I want to talk today about something that is kind of amazing, actually. That we have extremely low managed modern coins that hardly have any value whatsoever. I want to talk about those. We're going to go through a few of them. We're going to look them up, and I want to show you what I'm talking about. So stay tuned. Okay, we have modern coins, low mintages, and I mean extremely low mintages, that are completely undervalued in my opinion. I'm going to show you an example of one of them that is valued higher, but yet its mintage is extremely higher than the rest of them. So we know that pricing, we know that values is all about demand. And if any of these ever gain a demand, the value could really skyrocket. I'm not saying it will, it may never happen. But if it ever did, these coins are going to be worth some money. So we're going to look at some pictures, we're going to look at some values, we're going to kind of go over a few things. Okay, first off, we're looking at the 2001 Buffalo commemorative coin. It's a silver dollar, 90% silver. It came in proof and MS. And as you can see, when you look down through the values, just under $100. Some of them went for 50. But you've got one here that's in original packaging, $89.95. Graded, $124. Another one, $83 in original package. So as you can see, this coin has a value to it because people like this design and it has that demand. But the mintage for the 2001D is 227,131. For the proofs, it's 272,869. So here we have a commemorative, and that is kind of a low mintage. By any stretch, that's not a high mintage at all. Now, I guess for modern stuff, it's getting to the point where that is kind of high. And some of these values of these coins have kind of declined. They were going for over $100 in the packaging, but they're still maintaining a premium. But with this in mind, knowing that this has north of 200,000 mintage, close to 300,000 mintage, and for the proof, then let's look at its a counterpart that's from 2000, which is the Leif Erikson. Okay, this is the 2000 Leif Erikson. It was also in proof and mint state. And look at the values of this. $45 for the proof, $44 for the MS. Here's what both of them sell for, the commemorative coins here in the original packaging, the proofs. I look down through here and you can see different ones. Here's the mint MS version, $52. A lot of people are like, well, it's kind of popular and that's pretty good value for it. But the mint state version mintage was only $28,150. I mean, we're talking almost $200,000 less than the 2001 Buffalo, but yet you can get it for half the price, or at least 3/4 of the same price, $52 versus $80-some. And it's the same thing. The proof is $144,748. So you have a mintage that's over 100,000 less than the 2000 Buffalo that's proof, but yet the pricing here, I mean, you can see what you can buy them for. I mean, it's really amazing because of the demand. If these ever gain demand, I mean, 28,150 is nothing. I mean, this is just two examples of these modern commemoratives that nobody wants anymore, and that are basically being melted. I mean, I literally know a dealer who bought them for this under melt and took them to the refinery and had them melted down just to get rid of them. Just bought a huge load of them. So we don't even know if this mintage is correct anymore. I mean, it's probably not, because some of them have been melted. And I'm not saying that all the ones that were melted were the good ones. I mean, the ones that are worth a little bit of premium, like this one here and the 2001 Buffalo. But I do know that the gold something that I haven't mentioned yet, the $5 gold commemoratives that come in some of these sets, they're also low mintage. But I know they are being melted as well. Dealers have to buy them back a bit. In other words, less than gray sheet, less than melt, maybe 95% of melt, just so they can go take it to the refinery for 98% melt, because you can't hardly sell them for melt anywhere. You don't go to the coin show and you don't hardly ever see these commemoratives. You don't see the trading going on. The demand's not there right now. People are just kind of disenchanted with mint products. They cost so much to begin with that it's hard to sell any of this. So we're going to look here. I'm going to go to another 2001, and I'm not just sticking with 2001 for any particular reason, but I actually do have my red book out here so that I have a reference for the mintages. And it just happens so that on the next page you have the 2001 Capitol Visitor Center Gold $5. The mintage on that is 6,761. Now we can go over to eBay here, and what we'll do, we'll type it in. We want to type in the 2001, and it's the US Capitol, and $5 gold. Now this is an extremely low mintage, okay? And look at the prices. $350 for a graded example. $450 for a graded example. This one here, best offer accepted. Remember, we go to watch count and see how much they actually accepted. I don't see any in the mint packaging selling. Here's some more of them that have sold. And basically melt is in the 320, low 300s range, 320 some dollars. And yet this coin is a mintage of $6,761. So there's just no collector's value for this coin. But why? I mean, if you got a coin that has a mintage for less than 7,000, I mean, people are going nuts over the 2019 W quarters. Nuts. I mean, they're paying almost this much for graded examples of this quarter that's got 2 million mintage. I mean, I granted it was put in circulation and some of them are beat up and banged up, but they're getting pulled really fast as soon as they're being found. People know about it, and it's a good thing. It created a little bit of hype for the hobby. There's nothing wrong with that. But here we are looking at $5 gold coins that you can get for melt, almost melt right now, and graded examples. With this, a low mintage, I mean a mintage in the thousands, literally. And the list goes on. I mean, the 2002 Salt Lake City Olympics $5 gold is another one. Mintage is $10,585, and you can go on eBay and go through eBay and find example after example of these selling for near melt. I mean, it's kind of crazy to think that these will go for near melt whenever the mintage is so low. And then you've got, like I said, the quarter again, it's 2 million. I mean, I'm really amazed at it. And you can even go back a little bit further. The modern commemorative started in 1982, and they started off with a little higher mintage than those figures, but as the interest waned on these throughout the years and the mailingness for the U.S. Mint declined, the mintage just started becoming lower. And so when we get down to the first really low mintage is the 1992 Olympiad Gold $5. In the proof, 77,313, and in the MS, it's 27,732. That's still an extremely low mintage. I mean, none of these are really high mintages. I mean, they're all, half a million, some of them are 100 some thousand. Those are low mintages. But yet, you can buy these. I mean, literally, if I went to, let's say, for instance, you've got the 1991 USO silver dollar. This is the MS version. The mintage is 124,958. So let's go and type in the 1991 D USO silver dollar. Okay, we'll go in and we'll see how much these are selling for. The proof is selling for 20. The proof actually has a mintage of 321,275. But you can find the mint state. Look at this, $13.50, because nobody wants this coin, but yet the MS has a lower mintage than the 2001 Buffalo. So it's all about demand when it comes to these pricing. But it's amazing that these here, and that's getting close to melt right here. This $13.50 is getting close to melt. So I guess what I'm looking at here and what I'm thinking is that people just don't want these. But if anybody if a group of people or collectors started catching on to this and seeing how low mintages these are and actually start gaining a numismatic value again, these coins could go out of this world in demand. I mean, these are basically sleepers that are starting. Some of them have been melted or getting melted. They're being, traded for near melt, and yet people are ignoring them, and the values are just not there anymore. And it's kind of amazing. I mean, you can go through your red book and look at the mintages or your whichever price guide. Some of the price guides don't have these mintages. The red book's really good about having the mintages. And you can look at different example after example, that there's always a low mintage coin, and a lot of times it's the $5 gold. The $5 gold is typically the low mintage. And when you're talking in the thousands, it's a coin that you can get for very little numismatic value. Now there's one more thing that I want to look at, and I know Jefferson nickels are not the most popular coin out there, but they are collected, and a lot of people do collect them, and you would think that the Jefferson nickel would have more of a demand than any commemorative, because commemoratives kind of appeal to certain subsets. Leif Erikson appeals to a certain person, whereas the Buffalo would appeal to someone else, Olympics would appeal to someone else, so it's kind of specialized. So you can kind of see maybe that's why some of the demand's not there for it, because the Buffalo nickel design is actually really popular. But Jefferson nickels, on the other hand, they only appeal to Jefferson nickel collectors. And I guess my thing is that when you look at the 1994, there was a special release, special uncirculated finish on about 167,703 were minted. And of this, you can look on eBay here as we're looking. You can buy a mint state 70 example, $169.50. Here's another one, $202.50. $35.50 for a 69. So you're talking about a coin that has similar mintage to the Buffalo, 2001D Buffalo, and is a more popular series to collect, but yet the mintage or the prices are just low. I mean, this is for a coin that's under 200,000 mintage here. And even to add to that, in 1997 there was another release of these, very similar finish. And that mintage is only 25,000. 25,000. So you've got this one sold for $100 that was graded 69. This one here sold for $265. It was graded 70. 230. I mean, can you imagine a Morgan dollar with a mintage of 25,000, or even a Walking Liberty half with a 25,000, or even a Mercury dime? I mean, I get it that this is modern and it's a Jefferson nickel, but still, yet you would think that the prices on these would be at least 1,000. Take the 1995 W Silver Eagle proof. I mean, the mintage on that's in the 30,000 range, and they come out and it just went up to 2,000 pretty quick. My thing is that we're looking at a coin that, in my opinion, should be in the $1,000 range anyways, and the $25,000 mintage, maybe even 2,000. But because of the demand's not there, and because it's a Jefferson nickel for whatever reason, people are just really not collecting them. They're not trying to get all these. Maybe it's because they're special. Maybe it's because some of them come in sets here, or whatever it is. Maybe it's just they want to put them in their albums. I'm not sure what it would be, but if it was me, and I'm sitting here thinking of this, if it's got a mintage of 27,000, I'd be getting me some 97 SP special finish, SMS, whatever you want to call them, Jefferson nickels. I mean, 25,000 mintage. I mean, I don't know how you can go wrong if you can get them for not $57 bid. Even if it's a 68, so what if it's a 68? There's only 25,000 of them total. So you can hear all the hype on other things. I mean, on some of the proof sets that are coming out now, they're low mintage, and you can listen to all the talking heads on TV and Coin Vault and whatever. But here you go, 25,000 mintage, lowest Jefferson nickel mintage of any of them, and you can get it for peanuts, basically. I mean, really, when you consider the mintage. So I hope this kind of opened your eyes up a little bit to some of the low mintage coins that are modern, that people can find still for a decent price, mainly because the demand's not there. I mean, honestly, this is even lower mintage than some of the varieties we look for that are worth a bunch of money. So if you find one, don't pass it up. Maybe you should buy it. So Thanks for watching my latest video. Please like, share, and comment. Click that little bell beside the subscribe button, and have a great day.